Police court is back in session. On the docket today, hell hath no fury like a scorned woman with a six-string. An Illinois mother of three accused of hacking at her politician husband with an electric guitar. Blood spattered on the walls and stairs of their Chicago area home. Cops say this wife snapped after catching him with not one, but two prostitutes in their children's playroom. 5'4", about 110 pounds, the wife was cuffed and carted off to jail. But could a crime of passion defense hold up here? And what about this husband, town committeeman Gary Scowen? No solicitation charges for him. He's off the hook. Is that right? Let's ask our panel. Fox News legal analyst Mercedes Colwin and Fox News legal analyst Lise Wheel. Hello, ladies in green.
Oh,
Look at the memo. Look at us.
Good Lord.
I can't believe this case. She's in her bedroom. She hears noises from the neighboring playroom where their children play during the day. And there she claims she catches her husband with dos prostitutos doing the deed. And now she's the one behind bars. Does this make sense to you, Mercedes?
I would go for the insanity defense. Forget the crime of passion. I would just say, look, she was temporarily insane. Exonerate her fully, jury, because frankly, all of you, if you found your spouse doing this, you would probably kill this person.
Yes.
It's lucky that he is actually alive.
Right.
No.
Lise, what wife would not unleash on her husband if she walked into the neighboring playroom and saw him with two prostitutes?
Well, first of all, she walked in the neighboring playroom. Everybody was clothed. They were talking, okay? Talking
according to him.
According to him, they were talking, and that was it. I mean, come on. I'm all for equal justice, but that means, look, if this were a guy who had beat up the woman, I mean, we wouldn't be having this conversation because it would just be so horrible. So when a woman actually picks up an electric guitar, Megan, and spatters him with it, you know,
it was one of the children's toys, which were everywhere.
Exactly.
Megan, walk away. Call a lawyer. Get a divorce. Do something else. Don't bludgeon the guy.
Well, I mean, Mercedes, she raised a decent point. If a guy catches his wife cheating on him, and he beat her up, we wouldn't be having this discussion.
Well,
right.
there's probably some truth to that, but frankly, in this case, I mean, this is so clear. And if there are men out there that are going to do that to their spouses, there are going to be men on that jury they're going to think, hey, it's going to be me someday. I would do the same thing. I mean, remember, it's all going to come down to a jury if he even gets that far.
Is there a heat of passion defense, though, here, Mercedes? I mean, when somebody murders somebody, you can get out of murder charges by saying it was manslaughter because there's heat of passion.
Right.
But when you're facing domestic battery charges, Mercedes, can you argue that?
It's a really tricky one. I think that's an excellent point, Megan, but it's really tricky to do that because you're exactly right. It's usually murder to manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, but it's a good defense that she's going to say, look, honestly, I lost my control. I was so enraged, and that's what the crime of passion is.
No.
If you're so enraged, so out of control, there's no impulse control, that's when you commit the crime.
She's so enraged, Megan, that a judge actually ordered a protective order for him against her and the three kids. She can't even see her three own children. That's how crazy she was.
Well, only temporary, only for 3 weeks until they get into court again.
Yeah, but Megan, again, think about it from the man's perspective. If you were going to go and hire a prostitute.
I see your point from the man's perspective, but let's talk about the man's perspective, because the cops reported that he admitted that he was in there with two prostitutes. Oh, now that it's hit the public airways, this guy is some big Republican councilman. Now he's like, oh, no, I didn't admit it.
Megan,
but the cops say he admitted it.
No, the cops
say he admitted it, and now he won't give the cops the name of the. Now he claims it was just one woman and it was a friend. It wasn't two prostitutes. And he won't give the name over Mercedes. Right. Is that not evidence of guilt?
Oh, for sure. I mean, honestly, if they were just friends, if they were just talking, then certainly give their names up. What are you hiding? Obviously he has something to hide. Obviously these women were prostitutes. Frankly, the authorities would not be lying in this case. What's their bias in line?
What about it, Lise? Usually when you're the victim in the case,
right,
you are cooperating with the police and you're handing over the names of the witnesses who saw you get beat down.
Yeah, but these witnesses are being called prostitutes, and he's saying, wait, it's not a prostitute, it's a friend. And what guy goes to a prostitute, calls a prostitute, okay, when he knows his wife's sleeping in the next bedroom?
Apparently this guy.
To his house.
Apparently this guy. That's what the police say. The police say he admitted it.
No. They say he nodded. He nodded when they said, what's going on here. They nodded.
And then when challenged, the police stood by their story.
He's bloodied. He's bloodied and beaten.
If these were friends, he was saying, of course it's not a prostitute. He's not going to say that. nod his head like he did. That's what the authorities say.
Right.
There is silent acquiescence there. When he was confronted with the accusation, if he really was so outraged, so upset, he said, of course it's not a prostitute.
Lise, you
He's
know,
right.
if Bill Hemmer's in this situation, he gets caught, he's having consults in his bedroom, he's saying, look, that's my friend Megan Kelly.
Hey,
she's no prostitute.
Bring Bill into this.
She's my witness.
Don't you be romping in my room, ladies, because you guys are looking like Kermit to me.
Well, so far, no solicitation charges against him. The only charges are against her. Mercedes and Lise, always a pleasure. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much, Megan.
One final word for our viewers. Anyone can understand this woman's outrage, but it's still illegal to assault someone. Having said that, this man should seriously reconsider pressing charges. He is apparently no angel, according to the cops, and may well have broken the law himself. I say, head on over to divorce court and then move along.